Hello, everybody. So, it's been a while since we did a crafting stream, huh? Wild. Anyway, yeah, now we're on YouTube, but it's time to do some crafting. Obviously, it's been a while. I did some Halloween stuff back in September, October, and then it just kind of was burned out for a bit. But I'm so close to finishing Isabela finally, so I'm very excited about that. So I figured I will open up a nice chill stream, and you guys can hang out and get whatever you need done. So, yeah, Jay, long time no see. How's that homework going? Anyway, so I may or may not have set up my mic for the craft view, so we'll figure it out when I go look at that in just a second. Okay, I did, but I didn't include any of the music. So there we go. I'll turn the music way down. Let it chill. Let me know if it's too quiet or if it's too loud, and I'll adjust from there. But yeah, so yay, now you can see. I am so freaking close. I'm so excited. Just like 12 rows, something like that. And they're getting shorter and shorter, so they should fill in pretty quickly. We'll see if we can finish this tonight. But, like, I'm so excited. Paraphrasing the question textbook, always a fun assignment. So yeah, once I finish this, it'll be edging it a little bit with some white, and then washing it, pressing it, and getting it ready to go to the framer. Like words. I'm so easily distracted tonight. I deeply apologize. Let me text somebody real quick. Okay. So yeah, part of the reason I haven't done a whole lot of progress on this is because working, all I have left obviously is the metallic thread, and working with the metallic thread is incredibly infuriating. It doesn't want to work most of the time correctly. It gets knotted really easy, it tangles really easy, it frays really easily. In fact, I'm glad it doesn't really show up on camera, but there's like a stretch right in here where the thread's kind of frayed, and I'm debating whether I should go over that again. Everybody else is like, it's not that big of a deal, so maybe I should just chill. But regardless, we're gonna make progress. But anyway, so somebody on I do a craft and chats on like Sunday night, and somebody gave me a fantastic suggestion that it hadn't occurred to me, to wax my thread. So I have this little thing of wax that I'll run along the thread, and it makes it run so much smoother. It doesn't get tangled or nasty or anything. Ignore my messy back. I am the messiest person that I know when I'm working on these. But it's fine. I'm fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Sound good, volume good, everything? Yeah, oh, that's a lovely close-up shot of my arm. Let's see, where was I? All the way over here. I just finished a row. Great. Glad it sounds good. Are you glad you have no more classes this week? You and TJ. TJ also doesn't have to work tomorrow. I do. One more day of work. I'm gonna get Thursday and Friday off, so I'm excited about that. Getting my booster shot on Friday. That'll be great. It's TJ! Hello! How are you, lovely? You're good. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. You working on anything exciting tonight? Just chilling, playing more Stardew. Oh, you're a busy social bee, Jay. I have dinner plans on Thursday. I always have Thanksgiving with friends. And sometimes it's not always on Thanksgiving because we've got a lot of service workers in the group. But amazingly, miraculously, everyone actually has Thursday off this year. So, playing Stardew Valley, solid. You're gonna master it way more than I ever have. I have so many hours in that game, and I have never, like, actually completed all of the things. Jay, you have so many more friends than I do. That is amazing, TJ. I am so jealous. Just need to craft a few things. Is it like some of the meals or other stuff? I cannot believe how much progress you've made. That's crazy. How many hours do you think you've put into the game? I was thinking about either picking... Yes, please send cupcake pictures to Jay. That's a requirement every time you go home. Just saying. Thank you for the stream, like, Jay. No, you did it a while ago, but I just noticed. Oh, it's all with family. Yeah. No friend plans this time, I guess. Yeah, I never talk to my family. Oops. Don't want that. I squared up in frame here. I think I'm okay. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like my craft camera is darker on Streamlabs or on OBS than it was on Streamlabs. Oh, you have to... There's something to craft with the rare crows? Fascinating. I always just collect them. See, you know so much more about the game than I do. The other night, I was thinking about playing Stardew or maybe more Hades because I finally recharged my Switch after the power outage when I was like, I should have recharged my Switch. But then I just ended up reading Am I the Asshole and eating ice cream instead, so. Getting that friend social time in after all. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I've collected all the rare crows, I think, in the past. Is there like 9 of them, or is there more than that? I don't remember how many there are. But yeah, I've never done anything with them. Interesting. See, there's so much to that game. I cannot believe one guy made it all. And I'm very excited for his next game. I know it's gonna be a while. But I'm going to be all over Haunted Chocolatier when it comes out. There are 8, that's it. Yeah, you had to go to every festival this year. Where is that? I just picked a random lo-fi playlist that said it was copyright free, so. Yes. New games. Tabletop games with friends. Nice. And you still squeezed in time for a lovely stream this afternoon. Oh, camera disconnected. Come on. Why? Nothing happened. Literally nothing changed. Why did you disconnect? Ugh. I don't know why it disconnected. No. It's still like showing me the screen on the camera. I don't know why. Now showing imaging webcam. This is I apologize. I don't know why. Did something get tangled?
Liftoff of mission 41B, the first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Boo. Come on. There it goes. I don't know why it disconnected, but, you know, lovely. I need to wash my giant mouse pad again. Look at all those spots. It's back! Hooray! Who else is super excited for Coyote and Crow? That's another tabletop game that I'm very much looking forward to. Gotta spice up those crafting streams with this nice slow and steady progress, huh? I have to say, I am ecstatic about getting this done finally because it's been almost 2 years and I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore, but I gotta stop putting it off because it's never gonna be done if I don't do it. So first off, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me while I work on this. And second of all, when it is done, then I have to pick another craft, which is kind of scary. I don't really do... Christmas isn't really like my season, so I don't really have any Christmas crafts planned. But if you guys think there's anything like fun and cute that I might like, you know, give me some suggestions. But otherwise, the debate right now is to either do some smaller cross stitches. I want to make one for my boss that says pick your battles. No, not that many, put some back. Pick fewer battles. I think she'll find it funny. And then I was also thinking I could maybe go back to I make these little plushie dolls that you might have seen on my other social media feeds, and I haven't done it in a while. But I can usually pop one of those out like completely done in 2 hours, which is a much more like stream approachable plan. So maybe I'll make some of those. In an ideal world, if I wasn't living in this tiny apartment with not like a ton of space, or I sucked it up and moved my workstation here into my bedroom, ideally, the nice thing would be to stream as I start sewing my own clothes, but just my current setup right now just is not really compatible with that. Also, sewing machines are very loud. So yeah, if you guys, plushies would be fun, cool. They're at least a little bit more visually interesting. You can see my wacky approach to doing those, because I'm sure there's like more traditional ways to do those, but I do them my fun way. And then we could, you know, take requests and build up a stockpile, and then maybe once I've got a stockpile of plushies going, then I could do another show. I went to 2 years ago. I did Geek Craft Expo in Portland, and then I went to a convention in Canada. And I did pretty well, honestly. It was just that I just ran out, and then I started my business, and I got too busy to do plushies anymore. But, you know, it's a nice chill project, and we need a chill project for streams like this. And I don't feel like it would be that fun to watch me learn how to, like, knit or crochet or something. You want to watch people who actually know what they're doing. So cool. I'm glad you like the plushie idea. Maybe you could do a little Know My plushie in honor of Outer Wilds. The funniest thing with those plushies, I really enjoyed making them. They were always most popular when, I just noticed like a little hanging piece of skin. They were always most popular when I did like obscure characters, not even just obscure, just not the like main characters. Cause like I made all like a bunch of Marvel characters. I had Cap, Iron Man, like I had like those two big ones. I had those in my stock forever. Nobody bought them. But I made 4 different variations of Hawkeye. Echo of the Owl Guy plushies. Oh, that would be so creepy. Yeah, so I made 4 different variations of Hawkeye. I made like OG classic Hawkeye. I made like MCU Hawkeye. Matt Fraction, David Aja Hawkeye. Maybe I just made 3. I don't remember. And those all sold like immediately. It was insane. So people like seeing their faves in a medium that they don't usually get to buy fan art of. I used to, the couple of shows that I went to, I did commissions at the table, because I don't sit still well, so I always bring my plushie kit with me anyway. And so I'd work on just random various stock as I was sitting there, but I'd take commissions at the table, because again, I can get them done in like 2 hours. And the funniest ones I ever got commissioned at the table, it's a pretty close tie between this family, like mom, dad, and small child, like as in like still in arms child. They commissioned a Immortan Joe plushie from Mad Max Fury Road. Let's see. I had a Squirrel Girl plushie. That was a fun one, trying to figure out how to make the tail. And then I had a table commission. I think the one that sticks in my brain the most, this guy walked up to my table and was looking at my plushies at one of the shows. And I was just like, oh, are you looking for anything in particular? And I also had a book on the table to flip through of other plushies I'd made that weren't necessarily in the display. And he's like, I doubt you have them. Nobody ever has them. And I was like, I mean, I take table commissions. And he's like, oh, really? I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, can I get a Raven and a Starfire from Teen Titans? And I was like, yeah, easy. He was so ecstatic. I had him done the next day, and just the excitement on his face. It was so fun. So I kind of miss doing shows. I didn't really prioritize it because, one, I can make way more money using that time on websites instead. This isn't about, it's not about money. It's about relaxing. And, 2, I work a lot of shows on the, like, effort end, on the back end. And so I wasn't willing to give up any of the shows I work to table at instead. But there's other opportunities. Yeah, it was super cute. How's that homework going, Jay? It is insane how much waxing the thread helped. This is moving so much easier. I'm not getting tangled or knotted as often. And when I do, it's so easy to pick it out. The thread's not fraying as badly. Why didn't someone tell me about the waxing trick before I got this far? I haven't made animals, but I don't see why I couldn't figure it out. Stardew Valley chicken would be super cute. And my plushies are admittedly a little flat. So Stardew would work perfectly because everything in there is 2-dimensional. Another idea I had right about when I stopped sewing plushies was to make just the heads of guys. It's like something that'd be small, easy. You could put it like on a Christmas tree or just have around as a cute little decoration. Little chibi face. But also, something I will probably break out for a stream at some point that will be hilarious to watch. I made a 3-foot tall Hobbs plushie for somebody, and I still have like the body pattern, and I use that to make the base. So I have my little plushies that are about this big, and then I have a naked, completely blank 3 feet tall one sitting in my bedroom. So I'll finish him at some point, but in order to get that to work, I genuinely have to like sit it on the floor and like wrap myself around it to work on it. So that would be a very funny stream of me sitting on the floor, wrangling around this thing. Originally, it was gonna be Fraction Hawkeye, and it might still be, because that's like what I have all the fleece for. Most of my little ones, I make them out of felt. I do not felt them, but I sew with felt. But with the big, gigantic one, he needs to be cuddly. So he's fleece instead. Yeah, it's very funny to watch me do it. Maybe instead of sitting on the floor, because I'm old and that sounds painful, I'll like pull the footrest from the chair over here and sit on that instead. Either way, I promise whenever I get around to that, that'll be a very entertaining stream. Can you guys believe that it is already like the end of November for all intents and purposes? Like, you guys are both off tomorrow. Thursday's Halloween. Or Halloween. Thanksgiving. Words. Friday, I have Friday off, so that's gonna go quickly. And then the weekend, and then literally Monday, Tuesday. And then it's December. Where the hell did 2021 go? Like, it's gone. I mean, good riddance, but also, I don't know. Just because the year's leaving, nothing else is gonna change. Oh no. Here we go. It's so wild. Like, what happened? I was thinking recently, so I'm not really a New Year's resolution kind of person. I don't see the point of them. I know how often they fail. But I do like to take the time in like December or January when it's a little quieter to kind of reflect back on what I've been doing and how it went and how I can do better in the future. And lately I've been spending a lot of time thinking about how in 2019 I had all these plans. I was worried that I was becoming a very boring person, which, you know, being boring is there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not what I wanted. And whenever anybody talked to me and like, oh, what have you been up to? Like, all my answer was literally, oh, work. I never left my house. I have like my 2 friends that live together, and those are like the only people I spend time with. So I was worried that I was becoming a boring person, and I didn't want to be that. So in 2019, I had all these plans at the end of the year. They're like, okay, I'm going to start going to social activities. I'm going to I'm going to say yes to anything that sounds mildly interesting. I want to do an escape room. I want to start getting into hockey. I want to, there's this like rope climbing gym just off island that I wanted to go try out. And then 2.5 months into 2020, all of that kind of evaporated. And everybody kind of went into survival mode, which, you know, we had to. I was way better off, way more safe off than most. I had, you know, good job, roof over my head, knew where my meals were coming from. But all of those plans of doing stuff obviously evaporated. And it's still kind of dicey because you know, there is still a pandemic on. Everything is not magically opened up again, but, you know, I'm starting to do stuff again. And it's a careful balance now of, yeah, and then the strangest thing happened. So it's a careful balance of, okay, can I start pursuing some of those plans I had at the end of 2019, but also still keeping myself and others safe and not being reckless. So I'm doing my first convention since 2019. October 2019 was my last show. So I'm doing another one the first weekend of December, and I'm very excited. Like, I'm nervous because, again, I haven't been around that many people. I've been the most careful person I know. But the people I work with at conventions are their family. I love them. They're the most amazing people I've ever had the pleasure of working with. And I haven't seen most of them for ages. And I'm sure some of them are not coming to this show. But I'm really excited to see the people I have, you know, that are coming. And then it's going to be evaluating, you know, what comes next. What happens next. All right, that row is done. So now we start moving back. You know, do I start going off island and looking for those hookups? TJ gets to support me when I'm feeling especially thirsty and frustrated. Do I start, you know, what kind of activities are open to me now? Being, you know, being careful and being safe, but still getting out of the house occasionally. How do I leave the island more often? How do I get out of my isolation of sitting at home? And you guys have helped so much with that. This might be cheesy to say, but I deeply appreciate, you know, you guys coming and hanging out on the streams. There's a lot of times where I feel like I'm just, you know, you guys are just humoring me. But I know you're not. I've talked to both of you especially about that. You guys come because you want to be here. And it's nice to have something that I look forward to that's fun and relaxing, but it's also just challenging enough, and that so I'm not sitting in the dark on my computer by myself every single day and night. Sunday stream was wild. Like, that, we had so many people, so now I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to start getting up early and being responsible and streaming earlier, so that does work for more people, but also then I can actually get stuff done later in the day too. So it's interesting to see, you know, what's gonna change. Yay for being social, TJ. So yeah, like, if you guys, Sunday was so fun. Not to pressure you, but if you guys want to share something you're maybe thinking about changing in your life, or something that you're excited about coming up. I mentioned this earlier, but I'm ecstatic to finally be done with this thing eventually. It might not be this stream. We'll see how late we go tonight. But it will be within the next week or two, 100%. And I'm so ready for that. Then I have to find a new framing place, because the place I got the other 3 pieces I've finished at this point, they're not open anymore. She took the pandemic pretty early on as her excuse to retire. So now I have to find a new framing place. And then if I ever do another Dragon Age one, which, like, let's be honest, I probably will. I'm still absolutely obsessed with Dragon Age. Just maybe not on stream. I don't know how interesting it is to watch, and y'all can feel free to weigh in on that. But regardless, if and when I ever do another Dragon Age thing, I'm gonna have to find a new artist, because the artist of my last 2 pieces is now too popular for me. She's not doing commissions anymore. She gets a lot of commercial work, which great for her, but bummer for me. Oh, come on. been nice being on campus. Everyone's required to be vaccinated. Yeah, it's tricky. When I went to the hockey game on Sunday, which was so much fun, everybody was required to wear masks, but like most of the arena immediately stopped doing that as soon as they were sitting in their seat, whether they were eating food or not. And then they required proof of vaccination. Problem with that is one of the ways you could prove it was on your phone. You could just have a picture of your vaccine card, and they weren't checking it against ID. So I'm like, somebody could just get a picture of somebody they know's card, but whatever. Started going to the gym. That's so cool. I really need to find a way to work out that I really enjoy. My roommate's pretty game to go on walks with me, which I deeply appreciate. And we got some vests, some reflective vests, so we can go on a walk at like 9:30 and it's fine, even though it's absolutely dark out by then. And like I used to use my VR headset to work out, and I haven't done that in ages. So like I need to start working out. And not for weight loss. Obviously, I'm frequently in a place where that would be nice, but just because, like, I sit at my computer all day and I'm starting to get achy. It's like, I need to start moving. And also, like, I'm endlessly jealous of beautiful buff ladies I see on the internet. And, like, how nice would it be to be one of those beautiful buff ladies someday? To finish a puzzle that's language. Yeah, you haven't talked about puzzles in a while. But it's cool. I get it. Like, you just drift to different interests from time to time. But you pick the coolest puzzles, man. They are excellent. Okay, that piece is done. You guys get to see this lovely waxing job, except not really. Visually, this can't be very interesting, but seriously, magical. I wish somebody had recommended it earlier. Yeah, keep up that momentum after Thanksgiving. Do you have any, like, you have your small weights in your dorm, right? Can you take those home just to give you some, like, something you can do periodically? Or again, at least like go on a walk or a run or something, get that cardio in. Halfway through a book. Nice. Yeah, I read 1.5 whole books during the power outage last week. It was very exciting. One of them had been sitting on my shelf for like most of this year. So got that one knocked out. So I need to finish the other one that I started. And then I have 3 books sitting on my table that I just picked up from the library yesterday, all by Indigenous authors. And so I obviously have to read those before they're due back. I'm really looking forward to those. I'm finding, especially lately, like, I have been getting more and more frustrated lately with the lack, like, popular media. It genuinely, it feels like it's just the same story over and over and over again. Which, like, as a person who likes fan fiction, you don't think that would bother me. But I get bored more easily. Like, if I want to see the same thing over and over again, I will just watch the show that I already know that I like over and over again, as a chronic rewatcher. So, I'm finding the things that are capturing my attention, capturing my imagination lately are from more diverse authors. So I was really excited that my library put out these really cool lists of Indigenous authors broken down into, like, young adult and adult fiction, and yeah, so gonna start working on some of those. By the way, for 2 years. Yeah, I get it. I have some that sit right here. And I started using them when I had my PT exercises that got assigned to me. I did those PT exercises for probably like 1, maybe 2 months after I finished PT. Shame on me. Don't tell my PT. Don't tell my PT guy. I'm a little ashamed of myself. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Hi, Shock. Thank you. Yeah, you stumbled in at the nice, slow, and steady part, but we're so close to done. This is so satisfying for me. I don't know if it's satisfying for you guys. Guys, if you ever want some wacky hijinks, go check out Shock's channel. He is so fun. Ah! Okay, I need to trim. This is getting in my way. Why is exercising supposedly so good for us if it feels so bad all the time? You have some cool skills, though. This is just moving needle through fabric over and over again. You know the biggest skill that comes into play with cross-stitching? Counting, but after that, patience. As long as you're patient. I mentioned earlier, one of the things I'm going to be doing more often is sewing my own clothes in the next year. But also I'm pretty dedicated to, I want to make them mine, you know, more than anything I can buy anywhere else. In a way that I can't get anywhere else. And obviously cross-stitching is a pretty big thing for me. So something I'm keeping in mind is I think it'd be a lot of fun to cross-stitch some really cool either elements or like big pieces onto different clothes that I'm going to be making. So that will probably pop up in some streams. Exercise is such a pain. Go on log walks, hikes. Yeah, TJ's the same way. I wish I had a dog that could motivate me. But yeah, I actually like, as weirdly as it, so obviously don't like walking in like rain or snow, but just when it's like generally cold outside, I actually really like walking because I'm a sweaty bitch. I get so overheated so quickly, and so, you know, walking when it's like dark and quiet and chill, it feels so good. Oops, oh, not here. Come out, come out. Never go on. You live near a park and you don't go on walks. Shame, Jay, shame. Ooh, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna fix this knot, lads? There we go. Uh-oh. Sound good. Let's see if we need to re-wax that string in a bit. You used to take ferrets and ferrets and rats on walks? That's wild. I would have loved to see that. Oh my god. It is a long way in rat and ferret steps. That's amazing. Yeah, my stepmom growing up had little dogs like Yorkies and Chihuahuas and things, and same thing. They would some of them would just flat out, they like, no, we're not, like, what are you talking about? No, absolutely not, which relatable. But others would be like, yeah, let's go out, and then like halfway around the block they'd be like, all right, I'm done now, and just like lay down on the ground, and so then we'd have to carry them home. I wish I could do that. I wish I could just lay down and have someone carry me home. That'd be great. Just kidding. Don't touch me. I don't like being touched. Where's the hole for this? Yeah. The harness is so cute. I have put ferrets on harnesses. Like when we've taken over to other people's houses or just to control them in our own house. I have never put a rat on a harness, but I'm sure that's amazing. And I wish you'd taken pictures. Or if you did, tag me in them because I want to see them. I almost, TJ knows this because I was talking to her at the time. I was like this close to signing up. Somebody on the local Facebook group was like in search of a dog walker, and I was so close to being like, I'll do it. Just because then I'd have to go on a walk every day. But also I didn't want that commitment. Yeah, no rush. I just, I appreciate the mental image, even if that's all you have to give me, Shock. Ah. I feel like we got good rhythm. We're just cruising right now. The nice thing about how tight these stitches are, somewhere a couple of rows ago, somewhere in here, I lost a row. I think maybe the row below or a couple rows below, I had just made the stitches too big, so they took up 2 rows. I'm not sure. So the row just kind of disappeared. And so I stopped like 3/4 along the row and went back and finished it and then started the next row so that the next row would all be even. And you can't tell at all. Even me looking at it up close, I don't remember which row it was that I had to do that. So that's nice. This tight cross stitching hides many sins, as you can see on the back of my cross stitch. Lots of sins. I'm not the master at all. I'm just here to have fun. But also this gold thread is so pretty, y'all. Like, it's such a pain in my rear, and part of why I haven't made progress on this in months. But the end result is worth it, and I will suck it up. Where are you? There you are. I love talking to old people about crafts like this because either they have their own stories and their own skills that are so incredible. And then, or they're just like, how do you do that? My eyes don't see that tiny. And I'm like, well, you see, I'm still young. I am blessed with good eyesight at a short distance. My eyesight fails me when I'm trying to see far away. Because again, I spend too much time on my computer. Maybe you really just need an excuse to do things though. Absolutely. Exactly. It's character. It's fine. This isn't some mass-produced perfect thing. It's handmade, and that comes with all the little snags and beauty. You guys have seen, Jay and TJ especially, been to the streams and see how slow progress I make and how long this takes me. So whenever I run into somebody that's just like, why don't you sell these? I laugh at them because no one would pay as much as it costs to make one of these. Not in materials, because I can get the materials for like $100 or less. But in time. I've spent 2 years on this. No one wants to pay me 2 years worth of time. And that's why you make it for yourself. And that's why things like knitting have the boyfriend curse. The boyfriend sweater curse. Ow. Labor is expensive. And nobody wants to pay for that labor. I do think we're swinging back around to that way. People are realizing they don't want to go the disposable route. They don't necessarily want to pay for something super cheap if it means lots of people were exploited. So I'm hoping that we're at the beginning rumblings of people deciding, you know what, yeah, I will have, one of the thing instead of 10, because this one thing is going to last longer and it's made by people who are actually taken care of and in a way that's not going to immediately kill our planet and all of us. It's going to take time for that attitude to win out, but I'm hoping we're swinging that way. I won't even knit a sweater for myself, much less a boy. Mood. Like, sometimes I want to learn how to knit or crochet, but then I'm like, let's be honest, I don't need more blankets. I already have a bunch of those. I'm not a scarf person. Pretty much the only thing I want to learn how to knit or crochet for is to make clothes. But that's such a big undertaking. Do I really need another hobby that takes me 80 hours to complete one thing? Or even more. Hundreds of hours to complete one thing. I have enough hobbies like that. Including the games I play. Speaking on the side of 10 hours into the first Dishonored game. Skyrim's hats, shells, and mittens. That's the cute stuff, though. It does make for easy and nice gifts for other people. Whether or not they appreciate it is another thing. But it makes for some good gifts for them. I used to hand make gifts for people for holidays. And I've sort of gotten away from that. Maybe someday I'll get back to it. But again, I worry about sinking a bunch of time and effort into something that my friend doesn't actually even want anyway. Yeah, I could knit socks. Socks could be fun. Ah! There we go. Okay, we're good. Okay, I have to put this down for a second and go look at these ferrets. Shock, that's amazing! I'm sorry, TJ, I can't see it because you're not in Gal's House Discord, but I love everything that's happening in this photo. Thank you so much for sharing it with me. I'm so happy. I'm so pleased. I love ferrets. I don't think I want ferrets as an adult because, like, they're a lot just to handle. But we had some as a kid, and they were so funny. They stole all of the shiny things in our house. I thought we had ferrets, not magpies. But they would, anything shiny that was left out, they would collect. And also all of our Barbies. And then they made a nest under the bed with the Barbie hair and all of the shiny things, which I'm just like, how? That doesn't even look comfortable. If you left the lid of the toilet up, they would promptly go swimming in it, which, gross. So still to this day, I always keep the lid down on toilets. Good carpet shark. Excellent. A roommate I had in the past had some ferrets. That same thing. He would carpet shark. And we took him to a friend's house for like a group dinner. And he promptly like weaseled his way under the ottoman and like hung out there. And the dog, they had a dog. So the dog went like looking for it because he could smell this strange creature. So he went like sniffing around the bottom of the ottoman, and the ferret just swiped at him. He was terrified of that ottoman for months afterwards, they told us. A little vicious little carpet shark. We made a enclosure for the ferrets with that roommate. She bought some big, those big plastic tubs with a lid. So we got like 2 or 3 of those, set them up, filled them with like packing peanuts or like a box full of like newspapers and shopping bags and things like that. And then got some dryer tubing and like cut holes in the side of these tubs and ran the dryer tubing between them, you know, duct tape closed. And then we would just open one of the tubs and throw the ferrets in and then close them. And they would just go insane running around this thing. It was so funny. Couldn't really watch it, obviously, because they weren't clear tubs. But just listening to them go nuts was so funny. They were so excited. I don't know what it is about ferrets and plastic shopping bags. But they're addicted, and it's hilarious. They do love digging. That comes with the weasel part of them. What's the strangest or most exciting pet y'all have had? I want to hear. TJ knows, but I am a little cross with my brother. He loved the crinkle noise. He got a blue macaw from a rescue. And I was immediately like, this boy should not have one. He is not responsible. He, just a few years ago, fried some snakes by leaving them in the car in the summertime in Utah. So I was immediately against him having this bird, but, you know, nobody asked me. And surprise, surprise, it's dead now. You've had a possum as a pet, TJ? That is wild. What is a tegu? Teju. Shock, I don't know what that is. Where did you get a possum as a pet? A rabbit. Solid. Rabbits are very smelly. People don't talk nearly enough about that. I've never had one as a pet, but we've had them as, like, farm animals. I didn't know you had a possum as a pet. I know you like possums, but I didn't know you had one as a pet. Tagu. It's a lizard. That's neat. Lizards scare me. Not, like, seriously, but their brains are so strange to me. They're so smelly. I wonder if it's a thing about diet, though. Because, like, we only had rabbits when I was young. And living with my roommate when I moved up here that had the ferret, I discovered that actually she started feeding it a raw diet, and it actually started smelling pretty sweet rather than gross. So I wonder if you feed a rabbit the right diet, maybe it won't be so smelly. I don't know. Oh, his orphaned is a tiny baby. Oh! She was correct, yes. And you nurtured your lifelong love of possums. That's amazing. How long did you have it? I'm sorry, this is probably not a great shot. I'm trying to get this in the right spot. There we go. You nurse some possums? Aw. Said it as an eyedropper. Aww. You taught it how to hunt. That's amazing. Set it up for success. I have literally never lived in a place with possums. We might maybe have some here. I've never seen any where I live now. I've just seen like raccoons. I think my funniest pet story in college, my roommate and I had a couple of teddy bear hamsters, which are adorable and very fluffy. And so yeah, I had one for summer. Solid. Other animals grow up so fast. So yeah, we had teddy bear hamsters, and unfortunately, there, around finals time, we just got so busy and we weren't really taking proper care of them, and so their cage got really gross to the point where the refuse was like matted to their fur, and the sawdust was like sticking to them. So I pulled them out. I gave them a bath. I put them in a very high-walled bucket with a little bit of water and some baby shampoo, and I washed all of them, and they were deeply unhappy with the entire situation. And then I put them in their little balls and let them run around the apartment while I thoroughly washed out their cage. Got rid of all the sawdust, scrubbed everything, sterilized it, dried it off, put everything back in. And they were happily running around the house. They were still wet. And I couldn't put them back in the cage because then all the sawdust was just immediately stick to them because their fur's still wet. And so holding the ball, I blow dried them through the ball. They were so angry with me, but they were so soft and fluffy and they smelled really nice. Oh, it was a hilarious memory, and I'm very sad that I was the only one in the apartment around to see that. Wet hamster equals angry hamster. Absolutely accurate. Hamsters are not made to be wet. Family was always rescuing and rehabbing animals. Mine was not. My family just had so many small, tiny, yappy dogs that were never properly trained. Woo! Streamlabs, no, bad. Bad Streamlabs. Streamlabs, that was not a spam of symbols. That was some emojis. It's fine. I'm gonna have to fix that. Bad Streamlabs. Bap. Why is Streamlabs even functioning? I'm not using Streamlabs anymore. Streamlabs, you're fired. We're using OBS and Stream Elements now. I need to get into my account and disconnect Streamlabs. Put you in timeout a little bit ago. No. All right. Yeah, no, I've kicked Streamlabs to the curb too. I'm using OBS and Stream Elements, so I need to go find where in my account Streamlabs still has permission to do this nonsense. But anyway, understandable. Thanks for joining us, Shock. Have a good night. I may have said this before, but I'll say it again. Fuck Streamlabs. When we're done with stream tonight, I will promptly go and figure out where I need to disconnect Streamlabs because, no, you're not allowed on my stream anymore. Streamlab, you're not welcome here. Had a miniature goat when you were a teenager. Amazing. Right? Jay does a great job as the chat bod. And we do have we have a Stream Elements chat bot. I think if you type !command, you'll see what the Stream Elements chat bot does. His name was Little Britches. Oh, wait, the goat was Little Britches, the potbelly pig was Little Britches, or was the horse Little Britches? Which one? Oh no, is it not working? Come on, bot. Maybe commands with an S? Maybe not. Maybe it's not working. Stream Elements, don't fail me. Oh, the goat was Little Britches. That's amazing. We had, at my mother's house, who had an actual, farm, she had a little miniature pig was Calvin's line. Okay, I'll figure out why the stream elements bot isn't working. Come on, have fun. The horse was Sugar. We had a little, one of the Shetland ponies. His name was Taxman because he was born on April 15th. And he was the biggest dick of an animal I've ever met in my life. He was not a nice horse. Okay, so I have to do more research to figure out why Stream Elements isn't working. We had a Shetland pony. He also was trained to pull a little one-person carriage, so that was adorable to watch. I know how much you love Shetlands. We had one horse that was 19 hands high. He was a tall boy, but the gentlest soul I've ever met. He would absolutely protect anybody that was riding him. I fell off him once. I got the wind knocked out of me because it was on very hard-packed sand. And he's, again, very tall. And he, if the weight disappears off of him, he would immediately stop and not move. Because one of the problems when you fall off a horse is that you might get run over by it. Finish your homework! And the survey. Ooh. Yeah, go to bed, Jay. Thank you for streaming. I hope you have fun with all of your social times the next few days. If anybody wants to take pity on a poor soul, not anybody in the chat right now, because, like, I don't know if y'all know, but anybody wants to take pity on a poor soul and help me figure out why my Stream Elements isn't working properly, I would appreciate that. I'm technologically inept. I've never once gotten a game mod to work ever for me. I just play games as they are standard out of the box. Have a good Thanksgiving. Bye, Jay. Good night. Sleep tight. Hopefully you find some way to exercise. How's that Stardew coming, TJ? By the way, TJ, thank you for the lovely gift to help tempt me into buying stuff that I probably shouldn't right now. You're very, very sweet, and I appreciate having you as a friend and the opportunity to get to know you more. Plus, we had so much fun on vacation. Harvested all the world's ancient fruit. You're about to be rolling in money. Yeah, solid. I love filling up my entire, greenhouse just with ancient fruit. And then you are an enabler. It's true. But you're also an enabler in a good way. You check in on me when I'm not doing okay. You've checked on me with eating before, and you've motivated me to go on walk and stuff, so you're an all kinds of enabler. Or is it called encouraging when it's a good thing? I don't know. Oop, almost knocked my water over. Ginger farm is all ancient fruit. That is an insane amount of land. I've not... 200 kegs! Holy crap. I've not... So, Ginger Island is new to me. It wasn't a thing that, like, when I got most of my hours for Stardew in. And it's probably way easier to manage it when you get the totem, whatever they're called, the pillars that'll help you teleport to different places. Probably way easier to go regularly with that. How do you find the time? That's my problem with Stardew, there's never enough time in the day to do all the things I want. I guess if you get the, like, assistants, the little, sprite spirits that'll help you with your farm. Yeah, obelisks would probably make it a lot easier. I've never actually made enough money to buy more than, like, one obelisk in any of the games I've played in the past. Gotta get that min-maxing in, huh? Thank God for the people who write guides and make things way more manageable. Oh, yeah, solid. Yeah, the funny thing, Stardew Valley, like, it's a farming sim, yeah, but, like, farming is my least favorite way to make money in that game. Animals, and for me, fishing, like, anything you can use to make, like, value added, like, in real life, is way more efficient. 15 guide and wiki tabs open. Yes, me every time I play Stardew. I'm like, oh, let me just pull this up, and oh, this page is related, and oh, let's go to this guide and this guide. I mean, I've always been like this. Back when I played, like, OG Animal Crossing on the GameCube, at that point in my life, that was one of those, like, the internet was, took up the phone line, so I was only allowed to be on the internet for, like, certain periods of time, so I would just print out all the, like, cheat codes and guides that I could find, and then I'd have those accessible. I still, to this day, have a folder that's in my cabinet under my TV, of those Animal Crossing guides and cheat codes and things, everything that I printed out. I still have it. Yeah, who can remember everyone's schedules? There's how many freaking villagers? I don't got time for that. I don't got that time for that in my brain. I have so many other things to keep track of and manage and be on top of. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to open up and be honest. I don't think I'm gonna finish this on stream. Like, yeah, we're making solid progress. But I always overestimate how much I'll manage to get done in a certain window of time. And, like, I'm not ready to be done. We've only been streaming for, like, what, an hour and 15 minutes, something like that. But even if I stream for another hour, I don't think we'll get all the way to the top. Yeah, I have a physical guidebook for Animal Crossing as well. And I used to subscribe to the Nintendo magazine, where you would get tips and tricks in that as well. For my master's degree, we actually did a project on Nintendo, just as, like, our capstone project. And so we came up with a marketing, a integrated marketing plan for Nintendo. And on my decision, and the rest of the team was just like, yeah, sounds good, let's do it. We formatted the entire marketing plan to look like the Nintendo magazine. And all the graphics were in Nintendo style. I'm a nerd. And yes, we are old. We're so old. Kids these days would just be like, why? Why any of this? Though I don't know if I'm hopelessly old. I was watching the Watcher guys earlier today guess Gen Z slang, and I was like, I know most of those. There were a few that I'm like, what? I don't know what that means. But I think other than the first one or two, I was like, I know all of these. I'm still old. I just spend a lot of time on the internet. I was talking games with somebody this weekend, and it's so funny, the, like, differences in interests and knowledge. Because both of us have been gamers for a very long time. But, I thought I was naming, like, super hugely known, like, highly popularized, like, AAA games, and he didn't know, like, any of them. Like, he'd tangentially heard of, like, no, I was gonna say Phasmophobia, but no, like, he knew it had been popular, but he didn't know anything about the game. And then he was listing off the games, and I'm like, I know half of the stuff he's talking about, but otherwise I was like, I've never heard of that game. So it was fun to swap knowledge with somebody just in totally different spheres. Excuse me, I know what that means. I have TikTok. I think the one that I was like, I think the one they went over in that video that I was like, I don't 100% know what that means, and I've never seen anybody using it, but, like, contextually I can guess. It was in 4K, or on video in 4K or something like that. But I was like, yeah, I've never seen anybody use that, but contextually I can guess it. It was funny how much the Watcher guys failed, because I'm like, you guys are like my age. The one I was laughing at the most was Girl Boss and a Pick Me Girl. Because only Shane, who's the weirdest one in the group, got that, like, they're both, like, rather derogatory things to say. So, like, Pick Me Girl. Ryan tried to say it was, like, a sports thing. And I was just like, no, that's not a good... I 100, like, out loud, I was like, it's like I'm not like other girls. And that was the example that the Gen Zer they had on quizzing them used. And I was like, ah. And Ryan and Steven both said, like, complimentary things about a Girl Boss. And I'm like, no. Girl Boss was a good thing, kind of, when it first came out. But now it's not. If somebody calls you a Girl Boss, it's not a compliment. I don't actually hear people calling people girl bosses. I hear them calling, like, concepts and ideas and, like, company messaging girl boss. How come we have all these derogatory terms and slangs and stereotypes for girls and not nearly the same amount for guys? A mystery that we will never uncover.
Computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
So the, like, background, like, dialogue of this lo-fi music is very strange. Like, are you brainwashing me? I'm not so sure. I suspect. It's the misogyny, yeah. Yeah, it is. Have you heard that the far right in France has discovered the word woke and are using it into oblivion, even though they don't even know what it means? Like, they don't even know what they're talking about half the time. No one understands what they mean when they use the word woke, and they don't either. Yay! I love language and the way it evolves, but also, yay, the way people abuse it. And just make it mean absolutely nothing. Yeah, 0% surprised by that. Just like our far right. Words gain knowledge in the cultural zeitgeist and stop meaning anything whatsoever because they just get ground into oblivion. Like incel. Incel was usually it was developed by a woman to talk about her own experiences. And now that's a word that like never gets applied to women, and it's just like terrible men on the internet who feel entitled. I just like my quiet, positive corner of the internet most of the time. I'll just be happily over here. Thanks. People can send me stuff from other platforms that has already been filtered through them. Like TJ with TikToks. I'm always just like, what if one day I get a TikTok? What will happen? I mostly don't have a TikTok because I just don't have time for it. Like, I put videos on in the background when I'm working, but those are better for long form videos, which, you know, as a platform, TikTok is not. I know statistically that short form videos are doing way better. But it's just making me realize that I've moved very far away from the statistics. Because I don't like short media. I get bored. I want the like 2-hour lectures on obscure topics that I don't care about before. It's another media that's hard to follow drama on. Yeah, things just rise and fall so fast. Look at that, we're almost halfway done with our third row of the stream. That's exciting. Let's count how many rows we have left once I actually reach the end here. Big mood. We've talked about this before, TJ, but I want to know all the drama. I just don't want to personally be involved in it. It soothes my happy soul, but being involved in drama is just exhausting, and I have no patience for it. That's the only reason, by the way, that I send you resident a-holes shenanigans that he sends to me, because like I debate sometimes. I'm like, I don't want TJ to maybe feel like guilty or anything, which you absolutely should not, but then I'm like, but she likes the mess like I do. And you can laugh at him with me. Ow. Stab myself with the finger. Nice jazzy piano in the background. I'm glad you love it. I did send, when I dropped in at the office on Monday, I was talking to our bookkeeper, or our finance director about the crap on Friday and how I was just so demotivated to do anything. And obviously she'd heard about, you know, the murderer that walked free. But I said something about the rapist that walked free. And she was like, I haven't heard about that. And I'm like, do you want to? All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's count this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows left. We've done 3 rows in like an hour and 45 minutes-ish. So it's going to be another like 4 hours until we're completely done, maybe. 3 hours, whatever. Recently on TikTok, a popular creator was making pot holders with acrylic yarn. And she blocked people for warning her of very basic things. The rows are getting slightly shorter. Yes, you are correct. They go faster and faster each time. So maybe it'll only take another like 2 or 3 hours. Either way, not happening on this stream tonight because I don't feel like streaming until like 11 or 11:30. I don't have Jay's fortitude. I'm a bad influence. Jay was streaming right before I started streaming. And Jay was like, oh, I should stop because, you know, you've got to stream in like half an hour. And I was like, psh, it's fine. The only one that ever comes to that is like you and TJ. So one more run. Run more one. I'm so glad. I don't know if you were in here earlier when I was pointing it out, TJ, but there's like a patch right in here where my thread kept like fraying, so it's not quite as shiny as the rest of it. But it doesn't show up on camera at all, and I was showing my friends, and they like literally couldn't see it. So I'll show it to some other people. Because my instinct is to go over that again. But again, this is such snaggy thread that if I do that, it's going to be very difficult and it's likely to fray again. And maybe I'm just blowing up into nothing in my brain and it's fine and I should just chill. Me overthinking things? Could never. Doesn't sound like me at all. I should definitely chill. Thanks for the encouragement. I was also debating... the other thing I was debating on... I don't know if you remember last time I was working on this, months and months ago. I was talking about when I was done, I should maybe go add a couple of rows around all of the edges with white so that when it gets framed... it gets stretched out fine. I'm debating on if I actually need to do that. It's probably fine. I probably just need somebody in my just walk into my house from like periodic time to time, just being like, you need to chill. Doesn't matter what's going on in my life. Just look at me and be like, you need to chill. I probably don't need to add more work to this than I need to. Like, the original reason I was debating doing that was to cover my guide dots that I've got along the side here. But, like, when it's matted, that's not going to be showing anyway. Is there a service I can sign up for? What, you need somebody to walk into your house and tell you to chill too? There's definitely a market for it with the amount of people that we all know and talk to that have like anxiety. It is, you need to chill. It's fine. That bad thing you're thinking is not actually going to happen, or if it does, it's not going to be the end of the world. Just chill, relax, stop it. There you go. You could double up the service for multiple different audiences by having a service that just texts you sporadically through the day that just says, stop it. Could sign up people like you and me who stop it would mean like stop overthinking it, relax, it's gonna be fine. And then we could sign up people like D-Bag who just needs to stop whatever he's doing right now and never do it again. Spot for that. It's fine. The perfect business model. Everybody's a customer. I don't know how to make money, but I don't know how any technology makes money, let's be honest. Alright, how you feeling? When we run out of this thread, should we be done? Or should I do one more? That end goal is getting closer and closer. Yeah. Okay. I will run out this thread and then we'll wrap it up for the night. Tomorrow, I need to make the mashed potatoes because Thursday morning I volunteered to deliver some meals for the mobile turkey unit. And I don't know how long that's going to take me. Probably not more than like an hour or two, but it's going to be enough that I don't want to cut it too close. And I don't know when Friendsgiving is, so let's plan ahead and make the potatoes tomorrow night instead. Your brain is tired. Yeah, you made it do stuff today when it didn't want to. Of course it's tired. Do you have plans to feed yourself on Thursday? Pumpkin crisp. Oh. Pumpkin pie filling with a streusel top and a cast iron skillet. Oh, TJ, that sounds amazing. I specifically asked if I should make a dessert, and I was told no, that somebody else has requested dessert. So I was like, they were like, just bring the mashed potatoes. You make great mashed potatoes. I'm like, okay. Mashed potatoes it is. Not a bad thing. But, you know, jerk brain is like, they just ask you to make the mashed potatoes because they don't want you to screw anything else up. I'm a good cook, jerk brain. Shush. Got vanilla ice cream to go with it. Nice. I have a little bit of vanilla ice cream left. I was making myself some hot fudge sundaes. You got gifted a cast iron skillet? Aw, jelly. I need to get a good one. My roommate just discovered that she left her cast iron frying pan outside in the grill. And so now it's all rusty and she's gotta do some TLC on it. I have a cast iron Dutch oven, but it's like officially a camping one because it's got the little feet and everything. So it doesn't work super well in the oven. I need to get myself a cast iron Dutch oven in general for the oven. My endless list of things I want to get for myself and never have the time or motivation to get. Small turkey breast stuffing, roasted Brussels sprouts, and butternut squash. Nice! Were any of those stuff you made last year? Or is it all like new stuff? Well, I'll be around to hang out Thursday morning, other than when I have to do delivery. If you want some company, since the Pillow Fort bunker isn't just like straight up Thanksgiving anymore, even though it has the Happy Thanksgiving icon, because I refuse to change it because it's funny to me. Uh-oh. Did I snap a thread? Shame. No, I didn't. That was from a different one. Okay. Well, fine. Pumpkin crisp is the new, the rest is the same as last year. Nice. So that means you know you like it. Yeah, last year I made that entire ridiculously huge spread just for me. And it was fun. You know, I gotta cook a lot, which I haven't done in a while. And then I had leftovers to eat for days, just me. But I don't have to do that this year, going back to Friendsgiving. So I'll probably have like one plate of leftovers for like one meal. But that's fine. I don't need to eat the same thing for like 4 or 5 meals straight. I hope your pumpkin crisp turns out good. That sounds amazing. I don't know if Koi's not making as much pumpkin bread as they did last year, or they just haven't felt like sharing every time they do. It's fun, but it's tiring. Yeah. It was a lot. Last year we had all this energy, and then things just kept dragging on. You got any rolls? You gotta have rolls. I guess you don't have to if you have stuffing. Someday I will make the stuffing. I tried one year when I was at like a Christmas party or a board thing. We went to a restaurant and for Christmas dinner, and they made stuffing with mussels in it, like seafood, and it was so good, and I was so intrigued, and I keep meaning to do it again, and I just haven't. So someday I'll get around to it. Frozen rolls if you feel like it's solid. I still need to go through my freezer and probably toss some stuff. I don't think everything survived the power outage last week, but I haven't gotten into the freezer. We emptied out the fridge because it was kind of smelly, and I haven't restocked. But I do need to toss out some of the stuff in the freezer. Family makes up, nice. Yeah, I grew up in a landlocked state, so seafood wasn't a super big thing, and definitely not in something like stuffing. I don't think I ever had shellfish as a kid. Now I freaking love it. Just dump them in a pot with some white wine, and garlic and onions. Yes. So you should join me one of these years for Muscle Fest. That's a fun event. 15 places to try mussel chowder around town. And then there's still like lunch stalls and everything too. So fun. Also, I still need to come visit you sometime so you can show me around Eastern Washington. Central Washington, whichever. Tiny seafood market near... That's the funniest thing is like sometimes those sketchy tiny markets are the best. When I was in Australia visiting some friends, they don't have clam chowder in Australia. It's just not a thing there. And I was just like, what? So I went down to the commercial fishing district and found some New Zealand clams. They didn't have any from Australia. And I bought some clams and then I made clam chowder for them from scratch, which before then I'd always just use like chopped canned clams. Doing it from scratch is really good. It's just a pain in the butt. This is Eastern Washington. Yeah, but like you've got your favorite places to like go on hikes and like cool shops and food. Your food adventures sound so exciting. Way more than here. But only if you want. It genuinely, like, I would like to come visit you sometime, but I also don't want to pressure you, so like no pressure. Ah! My thread's getting all tangled. We're almost there. We're almost done. We're almost done with the thread and the stream, not this. We still have a ways to go on this. Slow and steady. Ah. How's my boy doing? I'm sure he's sleeping by this time of night. He's good. Good. Alright. One or two more stitches. Yeah. One more, two. He is napping. Well, it's bedtime. Alright, last stitch. And now we tie it off. Alright, done for the night. Not gonna finish the sun stream as I later admitted. But that's fine. I will probably get this done within the next week or two just because I want it to be done. And then I'll post pictures. I don't know if we'll have another stream finishing this, but we're so close to done. And then I can move on to a different project. I love you, Isabella, but also I'm done. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. We'll stretch it out so you guys can see it while I'm doing my outro. Thank you for joining me, everybody. It's so lovely to just relax and chill and hang out and talk. So I hope you enjoyed as much as I do. Yeah, I'm really excited. This Sunday we will continue with more, my brain is blanking on the words, Dishonored. Because I'm having super fun with that game. I love all the sneaking, even if I'm not great at it. I'll probably continue to futz with settings and see if I can get it working. And maybe we'll permanently move Sunday streams to earlier. We'll see. We'll see if I can get my butt out of bed. All right. Bye, everybody. Good night. Take care of yourselves. Which scene is it?